photograph of a young female welder taken by Bernard Hoffman in Connecticut in year 1943. Year 1918, in the tranquil city of Amiens, France, a weathered elderly woman found solace on a bench. This woman, a survivor of the tumultuous war zone, had fled the ravages of war, seeking refuge for both herself and her loyal cow. A beach in Iran, few months before the Islamic Revolution, 1979. Large gathering in Barcelona in November 1937 during the Spanish Civil War, in honor of the anarchist leader Buenaventura Durruti. The photograph of B.M. Gault, left, and Frank Hamer, right, inspecting the weapons used by the infamous criminals Bonnie and Clyde, taken in the 1930s, is a historical document that connects to the dramatic story of law enforcement's pursuit and capture of this notorious criminal duo. Barbi Benton is an American actress, model, and singer who gained fame primarily during the 1960s and 1970s. She is best known for her appearances in Playboy magazine and her role as a regular on the comedy TV series Hee Haw. Finnish soldier playing with two cats during the Second World War in year 1943. Chief Low Dog, an Oglala Lakota chief who fought alongside Sitting Bull at the Battle of Little Bighorn, which occurred in 1876. The battle was a pivotal event in the ongoing conflict between Native American tribes and the U.S. government. Soldier from Gotland's infantry regiment, I-27, struggling to contain his laughter during a group photo outside the barracks at Visborg Plain, Gotland, Sweden, around 1900. Children of a tenant farmer in Arkansas, USA, in 1935. Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, one of the most iconic comedy duos in the history of American cinema. Stan Laurel, known for his lanky and bespectacled appearance, and Oliver Hardy, with his portly and imposing stature, created a unique comedic dynamic that endeared them to audiences worldwide. This photo taken in 1944. Gina Lollobrigida, renowned as one of the highest-profile European actresses of the 1950s and 1960s, emerged as an international sex symbol during an era of cinematic grandeur. John Wilkes Booth is indeed a notorious figure in American history. He was an American actor who infamously assassinated President Abraham Lincoln at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. on April 14, 1865. President Abraham Lincoln in Antietam, Maryland, alongside head of Union Intelligence Services, Allen Pinkerton, and Major General John Alexander McClernand, shortly after the first battle of the Civil War, the 3rd of October, 1862. New Zealand rifleman posing next to a destroyed house in Bapaume, France, on August 29, 1918. Infantryman and a tanker of the Romanian Army aiming PSL sniper rifles in Bucharest during the Romanian Revolution of December 1989. The Romanian Revolution of 1989 was a series of protests and uprisings that ultimately led to the overthrow of the communist regime led by Nicolae Ceausescu. Red Crescent doctor stationed at Haifa Hospital in 1916. The Red Crescent is the humanitarian organization in Islamic countries equivalent to the Red Cross, and its doctors and medical personnel play a vital role in providing medical care and assistance during conflicts and emergencies. Known for her captivating beauty and remarkable talent, Heather Locklear quickly became a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of many. Soldiers belonging to the Polish independent Highland Brigade taking their oath in Malestroit, France in 1940. Stoney First Nation member Guide Sampson Beaver, with his wife Leah and their daughter Frances Louise, 1907, photo taken by Mary Sheffer. The photograph of the back of a grocery store in Baltimore, Maryland in July 1938. The mugshot of the infamous train robber Butch Cassidy, taken in Wyoming Territorial Prison in 1894, Butch Cassidy, whose real name was Robert Leroy Parker, was a key figure in the Wild Bunch gang, known for their daring train and bank robberies in the late 19th century. Lumiere brothers, Louis on the left and Auguste on the right, in their laboratory in Lyon, France, around 1925, Louis and Auguste Lumiere are credited with inventing the cinematograph, an early motion picture camera and projector. They are often regarded as the fathers of cinema and are known for their groundbreaking work in the development of the motion picture industry. The photograph of the unit chaplain of the Kagnew Battalion, an elite Ethiopian battalion that was raised by the Ethiopian government to assist South Korea during the Korean War in 1951. National Woman's Party marching in Washington, D.C. on May 21, 1922. In 1920, the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, granting women the right to vote. However, the struggle for women's rights did not end there, and organizations like the National Woman's Party continued to advocate for gender equality and women's rights. Two Armenian women posing with rifles before going into battle against the Ottomans in 1895. The photograph of two U.S. soldiers smoking behind the cover of a tank in Gaich, Germany on December 11, 1944. Warren G. Harding, 29th President of the United States, Chief Justice William Howard Taft, 27th President of the United States, and Robert Todd Lincoln, son of Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th President of the United States. Yuri Gagarin, known as the first human in space, photographed with his Matra Bonnet Djet VS Coupe in 1965, whilst on tour in France. Winston Churchill standing in a car with a cigar in his mouth while doing the famous V symbol in Bradford, England, on the 4th of December 1942. The commanding officer sitting on the chariot craft on the 3rd of March 1944 at Rothesay, Scotland. The chariot was a British manned torpedo used in World War II. The 1928 Georgetown University baseball team posed for a photograph at Healy Hall in Washington, D.C. Healy Hall is an iconic building on the Georgetown University campus. The deck of a gunboat during the U.S. Civil War in 1865 offers a glimpse into the maritime aspect of the conflict. In 1973, 5 years before the Islamic Revolution in Iran, a woman was photographed cutting her birthday cake. That was all for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed. Until next time, safe travels.